I am not cheap, and neither are you. The point is, we all have a price, and at some point, we all have a sale we have to make. But first, pop quiz. What do Mr. Beast, Aaron Krause, and Robert Downey Jr. all have in common? Sales. See, they all single-handedly made the best sale that they ever could in their career themselves, and you can do it too. Now, this doesn't just apply to interviews. This applies to any social situation where you want to walk in and give yourself the upper hand. You know, make a connection, ruffle a few feathers. And I know that you're probably anxious. You have sweaty palms and absolutely everything that could go wrong running through your head at the same time. But this is your TED Talk. You're walking into a situation where you are going to be talking about the number one topic that you know best, you. And if you know yourself best, what is there to be nervous about? And yes, there are a lot of other factors, but the point is that you have to understand that this is your sale. It is a conversation in which you are going to sell them the best thing that they could ever have. You as an asset. You as a connection, you as something that could be a bigger part, something that can make them better. You just have to find out how. That is the question. How are you the best thing that they could buy? The best thing that they could offer? The best thing that they could acquire? For each interview you have, for each position, make sure that you walk in customizing yourself. As you see, each store, they have different layouts. They have different ways that they want to entice a customer. You have to do the same. You must entice each person using a different method, a customized approach, a marketing scheme that works for that interviewer, that position, that company, because no two people are the same, and that goes for recruiters and you. There is no other you on the market, honey, but you need to show them that you are exactly what they need. You are the missing piece to their puzzle. So you have to remember, you've already gotten the interview. When you walk in there, remember why they chose you. What was it off of your resume that made it work, and really sell it home. And if you have a few things that you can add on top of there, just fluff it up a bit. And I'm not saying to lie, but something that you might have learned would help you in the position and you can translate your skills into, why would you not do it? Now, of course, before you actually customize and entice this person, you kind of have to know the person. So find your interviewers. LinkedIn is free for the most part. But typically, before you have an interview, they let you know who your interview is with. That is not just because they want to be nice. No, they're giving you an opportunity there. They are giving you the right to know your audience before you make that sale. Why wouldn't you take it? Find out who they are, what their connections are, people that they have hired before, and what they might be looking for in you. And then you give it to them. Now, that might be easier said than done. I completely understand. But if you already know what they want, you already know who they are, all you have to do is create it. Think about it this way. They have a problem. You are the solution. You just gotta show them that you're the solution. Convince them. Entice them. Give them the old walk around. But yes, sometimes making sales is hard, and not everyone can work in sales. So think of it as a conversation. Like I said, this is a TED Talk where you know everything. They are merely pushed by the currents of your words. Make it entertaining. Make it something that you want to watch. Sell yourself in a pretty package with a bow and really nice gift wrap. Again, customized gift wrap. But if it really gets to you, consider this. You have a friend and you want to give them an update on all the accomplishments in your life. And so you've decided that you're going to tell them the version that would most appeal them. You're going to craft a story that will make them believe, because it is true, that you are someone that they still want to be friends with, someone that they want to reconnect with, someone whose life they want to be in. No, these recruiters are not your friend. These connections are not yet your connections. But any social situation, you walk into there, you treat them like your friends, not too nice, they will be enticed. And I'm not saying go overboard. At the end of the day, let them speak. Let them talk about themselves, because this is a two-way conversation. Imagine a TED Talk where you don't speak to silence. And sometimes, yes, that is easier, but let them ask questions. Questions are important, very important in fact. Actually, always ask the final question. Once you are given your conversation and your TED Talk and you have talked about everything that you can and they seem happy, you seem happy, yes, you're nervous, your palms are still sweaty, knees weak, mom spaghetti. Anyway, but make sure you always ask either what you could have done better, what you should know for your next interview, assuming that you already got it, or what you should expect from the position, assuming that you already got it. And make sure that you get in that last word. You have to really sell home to your interests, whether or not you are really interested in the position or not, because it is not a bad thing to pass an interview. It is not a bad thing to have a conversation and make a connection with someone whose field maybe you did not understand originally. There is no negative to making a new friend in a new place where maybe later you might need, but you have to remember that even though you are selling them a story, you are giving them a conversation, you are giving them your whole entire life wrapped in a very pretty and customized package, you don't want to give them everything. You see, you're not really a finished book, are you? And when you're in an interview, people want to know that you have a few empty pages, you have a few blank spots for them to fill in, because they want to fill it in. They want to fill in your history, not read all of it. If you're already completed, you have no room for a new position. You have no room for growth. You have no room for them to pluck you out of the field that you're in and replant you for a new and gorgeous garden. So if you close yourself off, if you do not make yourself seem as, hey, yes, I have all of this, but I want more. I will grow more. I will be an asset for not only you, but also me. Then they're going to understand that you want to make a home out of them. You're not just going to be here for 3 months and quit. Not saying that that's a bad thing. If you have to, you have to. But if you want to pass these interviews, you have to let them know that you want to pass these interviews. You will become someone they want to work with, because remember, these are going to be your colleagues. These are going to be people who you are going to have long-term connections with. And you selling to them a story that's already closed, one where they cannot add anything to, doesn't really help you. Okay, so yes, interviewing's hard. Yes, there is a lot to it, but this is everything that I do. This is what helps me sell myself, because every time I'm in front of a camera, whether it be on Zoom, on Twitch, or right now, I am attempting to sell myself. Sure, it doesn't always work. Sure, it takes a little bit of trial and error, but if I really want it, I'm going to do these tips. I'm going to act like it's a TED Talk. I'm going to customize my interviews for each interviewer that I find, and I'm going to make sure that I always get the final question in. But most importantly, I'm going to leave some empty pages, which is why if you guys have any questions, always in the link below. And for more content like this, please subscribe and stick around. But most importantly, I believe in you. And remember that I am not a professional. I'm just the middle child, and I am trying really hard to be there when you need. I know you can do it. Love you.